Welcome back. Another day, another read. So, if this showed up on your favorite page, then this is your sign. First off, the first card that I pull is self-love. So, we're going to ask the divine to see in regards to what. These spirit guides from your side is good. What do they need to know? That they want you to see that in self-love, important into yourself, like there is so many bright things and things that are going to be illuminated towards you. Let's see. Especially like showing you how much power you actually hold. So there is times in your life where you didn't love yourself, or you self-abandoned, you neglected yourself, or you didn't think some things were out of significance. And now the divine's like, you know what? We're done with these templates. We're done with that timeline. It's time that you start pouring into yourself and actually recognize like what a true manifester and a powerhouse you really are. Like you carry a lot of light, and sometimes like people project onto you things to make you think that, oh, I actually don't have that much light. Because you would be expecting like something like big and great happening. But to be honest, there's people that fear the light because they're afraid of seeing their own selves. And I'm seeing like as you're like pouring into yourself, a lot of things are going to start spreading out for you, because everything that it's inside you is going to be reflected outwardly. I'm seeing like a new beginning coming here. Yeah, especially after like an emotional loss. Like there's a lot of shifts and a lot of changes going on. And your intuition has been guiding you and letting you know that there is a new door opening up for you and a new timeline. And I'm also seeing like the necklace of the ink being very significant for you. It's like ancient Egyptian like goddesses and stuff like that are trying to contact you. Like there is like something like having to do with a past life or this interconnected way of communicating with you. But you're being given like the downloads and the messages. Especially when it comes to like self-expression and speaking from your true authentic self. So this is a period where you're done dimming yourself down, trying to make people feel comfortable. You're done suppressing those desires and your truth, because you finally realize like how much power that actually carries. It's like your mouth, like your words in like your mouth or your identity itself like carries ripple effects. I am sorry about these cards just falling off. The divine is just saying like, we understand that you're going through like an emotional loss. Could have been a breakup, change of job, change of location. I fell out with friends, or even just certain realizations that are dawning on you right now. And it's really like saying like, we understand that this is like, weighing you down from wanting to be so creative or putting yourself out there, but have patience and plan accordingly. Because there is luck coming your way. There is a path being revealed to you, and Spirit's been guiding you, and that's why your intuition is letting you know, because you're moving on, you're letting go of like this reality, and you're stepping into like spiritual union where you and the divine, your angels, your spirit guides are working together harmoniously to come up with a plan. And I'm seeing like a challenge is very significant, so that could be something of like helping manifest. But on one side, like there's a chalice for you where you drink out of it, and another one where like divine pours into you. It's like you're connecting with your higher self. There's interconnections here. And it's activating your heart chakra and your heart space into like attracting all that you're worthy of. The deal about it is, because you're going through an emotional loss and a lot of changes in your life, it's creating like this mental conflict. It's really saying like, realign yourself, recalibrate yourself. You're meant to just let this shit go and like move on. This no longer defines you. It doesn't make you the individual that you are right now. And this is why you're taking a period of solitude, to get to know yourself, to understand these lessons and why things cycle through, these patterns and habits. And blue is very significant here. So wearing some blue, lapis lazuli will very help you like with opening up your throat chakra and speaking your truth and embodying that. Nines are very significant. So like there is like a cycle being closed out, especially in regards to communication and the way that you connect with the world or navigate it. I'm also thinking about Sagittarius. So like you might have Sagittarius placements. Like there's like a higher perspective being presented to you. Yep. And especially when it comes to like you running away from like responsibilities, conflict, and defeat. Like there was like something of you that was denying yourself of like a certain truth that you couldn't face for quite some time. And now the divine's like, yo, it's time you finally sit yourself down and you start being honest with you. Like, what are you running away from? And what stories are you telling yourself to make yourself like, that this stuff is not happening? An example would be like, okay, like you decide to, make an arrangement with a friend. And something happened in between that friendship. And you're pretending like whatever that thing happened didn't happen, so you're avoiding them now. How are you gonna resolve something if you're not saying what you really feel? And that's what's pretty like illuminating for you. Like, stop running away from yourself. You're actually sabotaging yourself and holding yourself back. Especially because like everybody's going in one direction, and the divine is like literally putting you on the spot. Like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Again, this is about to shift, believe it or not. Like, you might think you can run away from this for very long. It's really not gonna happen. The divine's gonna have its funny way of just being like, turn back around. Turn back around, because it's gonna keep showing up each and every time within your connections. And this is because you're going through a whole metamorphosis and a transformation within yourself. Because this is a past version of yourself where you didn't know any better. You didn't know how to face things head on. Or you weren't taught, proper ways of like communicating, reflecting, taking accountability. Because it wasn't modeled out to you. So the divine's like, well, we're going to model it out to you until you get this lesson through. Because we're going to end the cycle, believe it or not. Your ancestors have been repeating this stuff. And this is where the divine's like showing you like this transformation that's coming through for you. There's going to be a lot of triumph, a lot of success. Fortunes can be very significant here. I keep seeing 7, so 7, life path 7. You're born on the 7th of the month, or something in regards to July. Like July is going to be very significant for you. And because of this like metamorphosis and change, like you finally sprouting your wings out, you're going to be able to like move forward at a fast rate. Like I'm seeing horses, and this person's like going and galloping like in a strong direction. So like a sense of purpose is going to be emerging for you. And also with you having like this emerging of like sense of purpose or sense of direction towards a certain goal, situation, or anything of that sort, Spirit's saying there's a lot of positive movement coming forward. There's a lot of transformations and good things coming your way because you're heading into the right direction. It's like you're moving to calmer waters. Yeah, especially after a while of like, deceit and envy. Like there is people probably around you that are envious, or they're showing you this deception. Like they're showing you, one thing where they think they have you fooled, and it's not like you're not picking it up, because your unconscious mind is picking it up, obviously. They say one thing and then they do the other. Or it's in their actions. Like their actions are speaking way louder for how they truly feel about you, even unconsciously. So you're picking up on this stuff, and Spirit's like, we're showing you this. We're done you being in denial. We're revealing this to you. And you could have been lying to yourself and being deceptive towards yourself. Like you could be truly feeling something about something and not being honest. Like, and I'm hearing masquerade. Like Spirit's like saying like, nah, we're ripping the veil out. We're showing you what the actual reality of this stuff and why things have been manifesting the way that they have. And a lot of it has to do with like heart chakra here. So could have been a relationship, family members, an old foundation. Or this could have been like an old home. Like this could have been like family members that, you thought were in full support of you, and actually they were wishing on your downfall unconsciously. And it's not their fault. It's just their programming. So please, like, don't be hard on yourself. Also, this could have also been like an old like foundation. Like it doesn't have to be family members. It could just be like where you used to reside at. You know, there was envious and jealous people that, you know, they saw something great in you and they wanted to strip that away from you, consciously or unconsciously. And with spirits like saying, like, you know, there is good things coming for you, in all honesty. There was things like I'm hearing like hidden conversations that were like going behind closed doors that you were not hearing. And this is why your spirit is bringing you into awareness, like, and this also has to do a lot having to do with home life. A lot of it. There was just conversations that people were running away from, not holding themselves accountable for, not facing the truth and reality of, like, you know, how their actions really impact others. This could have been, like, you know, through actions, through emotions, and through communication, like the deflection, all of that. And so Spirit's like bringing you this awareness and giving you these downloads so that way you can change the trajectory. So that way you can change and make the timeline shift. Because you are embodying truth. You want the truth. You are done playing with the illusions and playing with the dumb mind games that, you know, these individuals had you spinning around. And for a long time, like, I could see, like, you know, you were not aware. You were completely still asleep. And the divine's like, you know, it's enough is enough. If you want to end karmic cycles, this continuous, like, karma throughout other individuals, like, you gotta change it up. You gotta be honest. Like, in order for things to change, you have to walk in truth. And this is gonna recalibrate the scales, believe it or not. And by you stepping in your truth, again, third chakra, being honest with yourself and being honest with those around you, like, we're not playing these, like, facades. We're not gonna pretend that we're doing good when you know we're not doing good. And this is really gonna open up, like, a whole different reality and timeline for you because the scales are tipping in your favor. After a period of being, like, in disruption, feeling like I'm getting this, like, past time tense where you feel like at some point in your life, like, you couldn't say anything, you couldn't defend yourself, you couldn't say your own opinions and outlooks in life because at a time, like, you were probably depending on these individuals. You needed something from them. They were a caretaker, or there was, like, financial things, children, maybe law systems that were, you know, binding y'all. So I'm getting, like, devil energy here that was holding you hostage. But in all reality, you wanted to say yourself. Like, you didn't want to be binded. You didn't want to be binded in illusions. You didn't want to be weighed down. You wanted to be free and liberated. Yeah, and this affected, like, your passions and creativity. Your drive. Because it just felt you like you were stuck. Like, you didn't have no sense of direction. It's like you were getting consumed. And so Spirit's, like, saying, like, you know what? You know, this isolation is really necessary for you, especially so you can recalibrate that sacral chakra. And they're asking you to rest and rejuvenate. Because I could tell, like, this is taking an emotional toll on you. And you're divinely protected. I'm going to say that because I keep seeing fours. So you're divinely protected regardless. And taking some time, like, out in nature or being near some trees, sitting down on the grass is really going to help you, like, ground yourself. I'm getting the sensation, like, you know, because, like, you're having so many emotions running through you, like, you get whiplash. You're like, what's going on? But the reason why they want you to rest and rejuvenate is because they want you rooted in yourself. They don't want you getting lost in this drama or on these conversations that are just useless. Because everything requires patience. It is going to take some time. There is some seeds sprouting here because you're watering them. Because there's a lot to rejoice in life and to, like, celebrate. There's a lot of accomplishments that you actually have been succeeding in following through. Aside from all of this stuff that's happening in your life, like, FYI, they're, like, Spirit's asking you to just focus on having patience and celebrating yourself with every step of the way. It's more like TLC, like, take care of yourself at the end of the day. Yup. Yeah. Because they're showing you past the illusions. Past the illusions. Because they're reminding you that regardless, at the end of the day, As long as you're pouring into yourself, loving yourself, standing by yourself, defending yourself, that's where it all starts. That's where the river starts. That's where like all of the abundance and joy happens, because you started with yourself. And this is why like the card shows like love begins. It's like the universe is pouring into your stream out of a period of disconnect and boredom, especially in your foundation and structures. Yeah, I can see how self-love is really playing a role here. Yup. Because you're literally at an accelerated motion, like going into a different timeline. You don't even realize it. There's like a wish fulfillment that's coming through for you. Seriously. I'm kind of curious to ask what kind of wish fulfillment is coming through. And Spirit's like saying like it's manifesting fast, because I do have this card here. Okay. Key Spirit, Spirit, High's good. What is coming through for them? Okay. So this wish fulfillment that's coming through for you is balance in all areas in your life. 11s are very significant here. But the Divine's here steadily warning you right now. Choose wisely. Especially because what you're building needs a firm foundation, a firm structure, a strong sense of self. Be wise in your choices. And I'm hearing like inner guidance is really going to play a big role here. It's going to show you a way. Whenever you're in deep question, the answer that comes so subtly is the answer. 1655, I'm saying this. What else? Right now, you're just like in a period of the waiting game. You're waiting things out because everything's like recalibrated. You know, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like when things are like finally checking themselves out, like both in the spiritual and the physical realm, like they're balancing themselves out. Because I feel like your scales were tipped a lot. There was a lot that was tipped around, like throughout all areas in your life. It was all reflected, and it was like you were balancing and juggling too many things at one time, or things that you know like you thought you needed to handle, but you were, what's it called? You were missing some crucial steps. And you were also, what is it called? There's a specific word here. I'm trying to remember. There's a specific word here. Neglecting certain aspects of your life or within yourself. And it started to reflect itself out. So it could be whenever like you were neglecting your passions and desires, and then it was showing up like in your finances, like a disimbalance of like keeping finances stable and steady, or like a dread because you weren't expressing that desire. And it's reminding me of the book of the Superior Man. Like a man is wanting to go to his truest higher desire, and it's like certain sacrifices that need to happen, but again it has to be balanced. And, you know, it's like in some aspects, like, you know, whenever you over-sacrifice your emotional needs, you end up being emptied out. And then you just start feeling, like, very numb to the whole world. That's how it all reflects. Like, you're not able to show up for your friends, your family, or even for yourself whenever you're pouring yourself out into everybody else but yourself. Heavy on transformation. Just let this transformative moment and catalyst moment happen at its own time. I'm still seeing that you're still shedding off old layers of yourself. And starting to show people the true embodiment of who you are and have become as of right now. Being okay with your present self. And no longer, you know, presenting this old version that you still have conceptualized in your mind. Like you are a new, whole different person. And you're presenting that. You're no longer that person that was a few months ago, a few years ago. That person's dead. But there is a few like entanglements that you're just like letting loose of. Because you already have realized like it's not serving you very highest good. and it's actually holding you back from like moving forward into the next step in your life. I feel like right now, like the main theme about this is like authenticity and your embodiment of your true self-expression. Being proud of who you are, regardless of who's around in the room, regardless of people's opinions and emotions. Like you're done dimming yourself down out of the sake to like make others feel comfortable in their fragile egos. Because we're done. We're done. We're not doing that no more. Let's be freaking honest, yo. I feel like that is the rest for the reading. And if it resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, leave it at the window. Do not force it. And again, if you need to book a reading with me or you need some clarifications, regardless of any circumstantial thing that's going on in your life, feel free to email me. Check out my Etsy store. Every reading that I provide on Etsy, it has its own, what's it called? You have an option of like either getting 2 questions, like of your choice and you're picking, and some it's just 1 question. But again, it's of your picking and choosing. Just read the descriptions and it will tell you everything that you need to do before booking with me and after whenever you book with me. And that should be all for the most part. Like, I'm here to provide. And let's see what the future brings out. To be honest, as you're in this journey and as I'm in my own journey in this world. Kind of hesitated right there. I'm working on it. But we're in the right time at the right place. So I'll see you then, and good luck shedding those old layers. Bye.